Did you know that procrastination can lead to a significant decrease in productivity? The good news is Cass from Clutterbug and I both have discovered a few secrets to beat procrastination. But first, on a very rainy morning, the kind where you actually just want to stay home, watch Jane Austen, and drink tea, I was running late and I managed to get a load of laundry in. And as someone who hates laundry, I thought it would just be much more fun to have a cat dance party. But the next day, my son was looking for his pants and I had a sinking feeling. Yeah, you know what happened. They were still in the washer. This was not the first time I had to tackle this procrastination problem. Otherwise, I was going to be with smelly laundry forever.
I have a ton of procrastination stories. I'm like the queen of procrastination, or I used to be, but one time my procrastination almost killed me. I used to procrastinate going to the doctors because I avoided stressful situations, and who likes going to the doctors? But I had severe abdominal pain that would kind of come and go. And one time I thought I was having a heart attack and I was getting rushed to ER by my husband, and then spontaneously it went away. So I went back home and I kept saying I was going to make a doctor's appointment. I was going to talk to my doctor about this, but I let it go for almost 6 months. And I'm at a party with friends. We're playing board games and I'm so sick. I'm in agony, but I'm winning the game. So I'm going to go to ER after. I let it go and let it go and let it go until I could barely see straight. By the time I got to the hospital, my liver was shutting down. I had gallbladder attack for a really long time, and then like a gallstone was like stuck in my liver duct, so that had backed up and my liver was infected and my gallbladder was infected. I was in the hospital for a week and it took like a month for my liver to come back and I had to get things removed. The point is, why did I not just go to the doctors? That was like a lesson learned. Now I go, but I mean, procrastination, man, it can kill you.
So I had some questions. What even is procrastination? Why do we procrastinate? Why is it harmful? Is it always bad? What role does our environment play in our procrastination? And what strategies can help? Let's figure this out together. So what even is procrastination? Procrastination is like a snowball rolling downhill. It keeps picking up more and more snow. And if you live in Canada or anywhere else cold like I do, you are not looking for more snow. It's the same with chores. They just accumulate more and more.
Cheers to my fellow Canadian.
Procrastination is when we intentionally delay or postpone tasks or actions that need to get done.
That's a problem for future Homer. Man, I don't envy that guy.
Often we put them off for something much more fun and interesting, or at least it's just less boring. The problem is there are usually a lot of negative consequences. For example, I hate laundry. And if I decided to procrastinate laundry until tomorrow, this is what would happen. You know what? That's tomorrow Robyn's problem. Gee, thanks yesterday, Robyn. Now I have yesterday's laundry and today's laundry. I'm not gonna bother today. Eventually, it will be very overwhelming and Friday's Robyn is not going to be happy. So why do we procrastinate? For me, there are 3 main reasons. First is overwhelm. Second is perfectionism or fear of failure. And 3 is energy. And now maybe you struggle with stress or anxiety, lack of discipline, decision-making paralysis, tasks are boring or unpleasant. And as a wife, mom, nurse, and YouTube creator who has overcome a super cluttered house, I need to be able to overcome procrastination often. Now, overwhelm can really easily show up because quite often I don't know where to start and it looks like a gigantic problem or a gigantic task to do. It's like making a turkey dinner. It seems completely overwhelmed. So instead of just getting a turkey, putting it in a pan, turning on the oven and roasting it, I end up freaking out and this is what I see. And perfectionism is another problem. Perfectionism is like a bespectacled professor. Let's call her Professor P. Professor P always carries around a magnifying glass, even checking for the tiniest details. She's the kind of gal who insists on perfectly aligning her bookcases, and she is convinced that there is an exact mathematical, precise way to do absolutely everything, from planning a vacation to making a sandwich. So what is wrong with perfectionism? It's black or white. And nothing can ever be perfect. Like in reality, nothing can be perfect. So you set yourself up for failure and you make it almost impossible to start anything because you're basically going to fail and you don't want to. So suddenly the simplest task seems like a massive mountain to climb. And then there's energy. Oh boy, where do I begin with this one? Think of it this way. You've got a to-do list. It's as long as your arm, a mix of work tasks, household chores, and when you start your day well rested and full of energy, you feel like a superhero ready to conquer the world, or at the very least, your tasks. So you might dive straight into the big and tough stuff because you're on fire and you're convinced you can handle anything. But as the day wears on, your energy starts to fade. You get 5 emails from the kids' school. The cat throws up on the rug, not on the hardwood, but on the rug. Procrastination becomes a lurking temptation. And instead of facing the important task head on, you might find yourself gravitating toward distractions like Instagram or even reorganizing your sock drawer. Why? Well, because these activities are easier and they require less brain power and they give you a quick hit of satisfaction. And I have a really good tip for this one later. So why is procrastination harmful? Of course, it's annoying to put ourselves behind in anything. We can miss opportunities, or we can even let people down, which of course hurts us too. Maybe you feel like you're bad, but you're not. Prioritizing maybe is just a struggle for you. Now, I know for me, in my house, 80% of us have ADHD. There are 5 of us, and I am one of them. So ADHD is practically our team name. Give me a P. Give me an R.
Who are we? Procrastinators.
And it's not just ADHDers. Neurotypical people certainly struggle with procrastination too. I would say it's quite common. So according to research, 20% of people actually identify themselves as chronic procrastinators, and approximately 95% of people admit to procrastinating at least occasionally in the workplace. In a school setting, around 80 to 95% of college students report regularly procrastinating on their coursework. Relatable. And of course, procrastination has been linked to increased stress, anxiety, and reduced overall well-being. And people who procrastinate, they often report way higher levels of stress and lower life satisfaction. And for me, I think the worst part of procrastination is how bad that we feel about ourselves. Now, for me, I will feel like a total failure, and that just makes me feel less motivated, and then I procrastinate even more. And you would be amazed at how much of an impact your environment can have on you and your productivity, because it has a big impact on me and my productivity. Now, when I was in nursing school and had 3 little kids at home, I found it almost impossible to study or to do anything at home. Because the house was so messy, I literally just procrastinated. I would have to go to the library just so I could even do the work. And it is no wonder, because this study mentioned that cluttered environments make it harder to focus and to get our work done. Perfect sense. But is procrastination all bad?
There isn't a lot of pros for being a procrastinator, but I do find when I procrastinate on something, I feel the energy, like I gotta do this, I've waited till the last minute, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I tend to be a little bit more productive. So what I do now is I bump up the deadline. If something's due Friday, I tell myself it's due Wednesday, right? I put that in my calendar, so I still wait till the last minute sometimes, but I feel that ramped up, I gotta do it, but I give myself those buffer days so I'm not actually waiting till the last minute. I think that's a big pro of procrastination, is the energy, the fire that it gives you when you've legit gotta do it now or never.
Now, a little bit of procrastination can actually get you in a zone of work, but it needs to almost act like kind of a bridge and not just like a total stoplight for you. For example, if I want to declutter my kitchen, I might just start tidying up first. This is not a bad thing. It's getting me in the work mode. Of course, it also creates space for the decluttering too. Now, some people, they always check social media before they do anything. Now, this of course is not really healthy for you, but it might just be part of a routine that you do every time you start something. Although perhaps we should limit social media. And if it wasn't for thoughtful procrastination, I wouldn't be making this video right now, because really my kitchen looks like this. Partially because it's my teen son's day to empty the dishwasher, so I can't put the dishes away. And I am not going to be doing his chores for him. But there still are some things I could do, and I am procrastinating them so I could do this, which I guess is kind of like prioritizing, but I probably could have done them a bit earlier. Let's get into some solutions. So I'm going to share a huge tip at the end. But first, let's chat about remembering things.
One of my favorite tips to overcoming procrastination is like when I know I need to do something, but I just don't have the mojo, I borrow it from somebody else. So I watch Mel Robbins or Tony Robbins or somebody else with the last name Robbins who like fires me up because they're so motivated about their life. I'm kind of borrowing their energy and it always helps me get started.
My brain is a lot like this sieve. Well, it's really a spider, but not much stays in it. So I need to store the important stuff in my planner and my phone. Wait. Before you run off, just stand by. Let me tell you how I use it. So first off, this planner. Everything goes in this planner that I want to do. And I use it in, I think, kind of a unique way. And I really like the month view. I write big things down, like birthdays, dinners, appointments, big like goals, anything like that. But the magic happens in the weekly view. So I like this style of planner with the weekly and then the daily sections. Like every page is, it's just very handy. And I write the goals up top right here. Just sort of like towards the end of the week. So today is Thursday. I'm thinking, what am I going to put on to next week? And then the next couple of days, like I will sort of think, okay, like what am I going to just like put in Monday's section? Super duper easy. There's just a really loose skeleton. So say I was like, I put declutter the garage. Then what I will do is the next week or the day before something, I will start filling things in for the following day or the day after that. I don't leave it super overwhelmed. I just put like the things that need to get done. 1 or 2 things is kind of like my max. It's no pressure. I write it in pencil. It can be erased. Now, my favorite part is the ticky boxes. I like to be able to check off what I complete. Now, in my planner, I literally draw little squares next to everything. So I get that satisfaction of just ticking it off. And then there's the phone. Anything that needs to happen and be remembered gets put in my phone. So appointments, important reminders. I even have reminders for things that happen annually, which is super duper helpful. I have things in there to remind myself to order soap in November for Christmas. And it is super helpful. I'll even send myself a note that I need to remember in early June about like something to do with the end of the kids' school year. But there's a unique solution that I absolutely love to your energy problems. And it is based on Tamara Rosier's book, and it includes the Solve It Grid. And I think this one will help you so much with your energy because you can sort of see what sucks your energy and what gives you energy. And not only do you get things done, but you will even get a little bit of time to scroll on your phone guilt-free because you're getting things done. And you will also have time to get the things that recharge you done as well. I get more into this in this video here, all about this entire method and how to use it. And please don't forget to check out Cass's awesome video on her Clutter Bug channel.
Come check out my top 3 things that I do to stop procrastination for good.
And I will link it below for her secrets too. And I hope something fun happens for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time